A warm welcome to this day's presentation from the Science Board Academy on Calculus of Motion 2 by Obeta Ifeanyi Ernest of the Department of Physics and Astronomy, University of Nigeria, Nsukka. Under this broad topic, Calculus of Motion 2, we'll be discussing motion. We'll take a look at the calculus form of distance cum displacements. That will lead us through speed cum velocity. And we'll be discussing the calculus in terms of acceleration. Motion. What is motion? We define motion in physics as the change in the position of a body or a particle with time. Take, for example, we have the body A that is meant to undergo motion. From its initial position x1, it moves, and on reaching its final position labeled at s2, we find out that the distance covered between s1 and s2 is 5 centimeters. How was this gotten? It was gotten from x2 minus x1, which ordinarily in mathematics we have as delta x. That delta x stands for change in the distance x. Therefore, we have that delta x equals 5 centimeters. Speed cum velocity. What is speed? Speed is defined as the rate of distance traveled by a body with time. Consider the body A shown on the screen. This body is meant to undergo motion from its initial position x0. It sets out into motion, and on arriving its new position, we define that point as s2. From the point x1, the new position is x1. Now from the point x1, the body continues its motion and gets to a final position. This final position is what we now call s2. We now see that speed, which we've defined as distance traveled over time taken, will now be gotten from the difference from its initial position when it started its motion, that is from x0 to x1. And that we have as change will now give us the final position s1 minus the initial position x0, all over the time taken for that change. Thus, we now have it as delta x upon delta t, where delta t is change in time. Now recall that when the body set into motion, it started from s0 and moved directly to s1. In the second aspect of its motion, it continued its motion from s1 down through its final position s2. If we wish to get the speed of the second aspect of the motion, it becomes a change in the distance, which is now that final distance s2 minus s1, which is regarded as its initial distance in the second phase of the motion over the time taken for that change. And we'll have it as well as delta s all over delta t. So we now see that speed ordinarily is given as delta s upon delta t, where delta s, from delta s delta t, we have it as dx dt. This is differential calculus. What it means is that when we differentiate displacement with respect to time, we obtain speed. From our formula dx dt, we have that dx is change in distance dividing dt, where dt is also change in time. Thus, if one differentiates distance with respect to time, one obtains speed. Conclude simply, we have that dx dt is v, where v is our speed. Okay, average speed. The concept of average speed has got to do with the ratio of total distance traveled by a body to the total time taken. Average speed, therefore, is total distance traveled all over total time. Also, we can get that average speed is a sum of individual speeds. For example, say maybe v1 plus v2 all over 2, where v1 plus v2 over 2 indicates average. So we now have that v1 and v2 are velocities of the body at times t1 and t2 respectively. instantaneous speed.